Welcome back to my channel and a very special welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen. I'm a certified weight loss and nutrition coach who has lost and maintained a 140-pound weight loss. And today we're talking about 10 foods that are secretly packed with sugar and what to eat instead. So if you're excited, you're gonna be surprised. Give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not, turn your bell on because I upload new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Down in the description box, I will have nutrition coaching. Highly recommend personalized macros and calories. That's exactly what I follow to lose 140 pounds and maintain that weight loss, as well as one-on-one coaching for questions, accountability, or to talk with me directly. Links, discounts to my favorite healthy things will also be down below for you. So let's talk about foods that are secretly and what to eat instead. When we think about foods packed with sugar, we instantly think about sweet treats, ice cream, cakes, cookies. Those are the things that instantly come to mind. But there's a lot of foods out there that we may deem as healthy, beneficial for a weight loss journey, not going to spike our blood sugar, that are secretly packed with a lot of sugar, and we may not even know it. Did you know that women should not consume more than 25 grams of sugar per day and men 35 grams of sugar? That's only about 100 calories of our day coming from sugar for women and about 150 calories a day coming from men. Now, this is a hard number to hit. There's a lot of things that have sugar naturally occurring. What I like to look for is added sugar. So when you flip over something, look at the back, and if it has a lot of added sugar, try to find one that has 0 to little added sugar. You can make some simple swaps, especially things like yogurt. Some of those yogurts out there have a lot of added sugar. There is naturally occurring sugar in yogurt, but they'll add a bunch of extra sugar in, which is not necessary. And there's a lot of lower sugar options out there. So we want to really be mindful of how much sugar we consume for health purposes, but specifically for weight loss. Large amounts of sugar can disrupt the flora in our gut, causing imbalances that affect digestion and overall health. Not only does sugar promote inflammation that harms our good bacteria, sugar allows harmful bacteria to thrive. So here's 10 foods secretly packed with sugar and what to eat instead. Let's jump into number 1, and this is huge, and this is condiments. Sometimes we don't even think about condiments having calories, more or less added sugar, but this is where we can really go off the rails sugar related. Condiments, specifically barbecue sauce and ketchup, have some sneaky added sugars in them. 2 tablespoons of barbecue sauce can contain 12 grams of added sugar, or about 25% of what's recommended daily, while ketchup clocks in a little lower with 8 grams of added sugar. But remember, these are condiments, not even part of the main meal. And like I said, sometimes we don't track condiments in our calorie tracking app. We don't even think of them as food because they're condiments. One simple swap you can make is look for no sugar added options. I will tell you that the no sugar added barbecue sauce and ketchup, they don't taste any different than the regular, but you're saving yourself a lot of added sugar. Food number 2 is a cracker. This is a cracker I used to eat a lot, and that is wheat thins. We typically think wheat and thin crackers, they've got to be healthy, but they're certainly not. Unfortunately, that sweet taste in wheat thins comes from added sugar. 1 serving of wheat thins contains 4 grams of added sugar, which is 8% of your daily recommended intake. Crackers and processed carbohydrates are where we're going to find a lot of added sugar. There are some great options for crackers on the market, like the nut thins. Those are going to have a lot less added sugar. And they work great as a dip, they work great as a chip, and they work fantastic as a cracker. Number 3 is oatmeal. I love oatmeal. I've been on a huge oatmeal kick lately, but we've got to be really careful with the oatmeal that we're choosing. Oats are a great source of fiber, especially gut-friendly soluble fiber, and are packed with antioxidants. The problem is that most packaged oatmeal packets are loaded with sugar. 1 tiny packet may have up to 12 grams of added sugar, and many times people will eat 2. All of this added sugar can knock out that gut-friendly benefit oats can offer. So one thing you can do is make a simple swap to unsweetened oats. Just get regular rolled oats, steel cut oats, quick cook oats, and flavor them yourself. Maybe you use a sugar substitute. Maybe you sweeten them naturally with some maple syrup or even some fruit, nuts, seeds, or nut butter. And if you want to get a convenient packet of oatmeal, I highly recommend either the Bariatric Pal protein oatmeal or the Protein Oats. Both of these are 100 calories and have 15 grams of protein. And then I add in a healthy fat with some nuts or seeds or nut butter and some carbohydrates with fiber within the form of fruit. You can purchase these oatmeals. You can purchase both of these types of oatmeal on Nutrition. I do have a discount code for Nutrition. I will link it for you. Otherwise, make your oats at home. Use regular rolled oats and add in what you want to add in to make them a healthier, less sugar-filled option. And worst case scenario is they do sell the single serve packs of lower sugar or reduced sugar oatmeal. I just think you're better off going with a protein oat or making oatmeal yourself. Number 4 may be a bit of a surprise, and this is vanilla or unflavored almond milk. And we might think almond milk doesn't have any sugar. Almond milk's a much better option than regular milk. I will say, in my personal opinion, I don't drink any type of almond milk. I will always choose Fairlife milk because it has protein where almond milk does not. But almond milk can often sneak in some added sugar. It's a great source of calcium and is lower in calories than regular milk. However, a lot of flavored almond milk is sweetened with a lot of added sugar, which makes the healthy beverage something you need to consider having more in moderation. So if you are going to choose almond milk, make sure it is 100% unsweetened. If you want to get in some extra protein in your milk, go with Fairlife. The regular or the chocolate is going to give you 13 grams of protein, where almond milk doesn't give you any. And there's no added sugar in Fairlife. It is actually lactose free. Number 5, and this is something I eat a lot as part of a healthy snack, is dried fruit. Now, there are some dried fruits that are just a little bit healthier than others out there. Dried fruit is a great addition to any pantry, as they can come in with a good dose of fiber and are shelf stable. Throw them in a bag for when you're on the go, but not all dried fruit is created equally. A lot of it has way too much added sugar. So with dried fruit, what you want to look for, flip over that package and make sure that the ingredients are just dried fruit, that there's no unhealthy oils and there's no added sugar. Fruit has naturally occurring sugar, but fruit has fiber. So when we consume fiber and sugar together, it slows our digestion and it slows the blood sugar spike. So fruit and dried fruit is fantastic for you. It's a great source of carbs, but just make sure the dried fruit that you're purchasing doesn't have any added sugar. Just what comes naturally occurring healthy in fruit. Number 6, this is another one, especially if you're active, to be mindful of, is sports drinks in general, but specifically liquid IV. Liquid IV is great for electrolytes, great for recovery, great for if you have a sweaty workout session, but liquid IV is packed with sugar. If you're just casually hydrating, you don't necessarily need all the added sugar found in some brands. Liquid IV, for example, contains 11 grams of added sugar per packet. That's 22% of your daily recommended intake. Now, liquid IV does make some lower sugar, sugar-free options. Ultima is a really good electrolyte supplement that doesn't have any added sugar. My favorite comes from MudWtr, and this is what is called hydration. So this is going to give you all of the electrolytes that you need, helps fight muscle cramps, and gives you hydration with 0 added sugar. This is the Caribbean Breeze flavor. They all taste absolutely amazing. So this is a great way to get in hydration with no calories and no added sugar. Perfect balance to add in those electrolytes. I do have a 20% discount for MudWtr. I will link it for you. Number 7, this is another one. This is granola bars. Now, we might think, oh, a granola bar is such a perfect healthy snack, but is it? Research shows that whole grain consumption is tied to lower BMI and weight loss. However, a lot of packaged granola bars have a lot of added sugar in the form of sugar, honey, brown rice syrup, or corn syrup. So this is where we need to really look at the label. Again, where does it say added sugars? How much is in there? Look at the ingredients. Are they putting a lot of sugars in there, like sneaky things like brown rice syrup? Instead of getting a typical granola bar, look for ones with 0 added sugar. If there's 1 or 2 grams, that is much better than 10, 15 grams of added sugar. There's some really great options out there like Kodiak and Purely Elizabeth. Again, you've got to do your research. Look at that nutrition label and the ingredients. Number 8 may not be too much of a surprise, and this is cereal. You would be utterly shocked what cereals have a lot of added sugar. And I'm not talking about kid-friendly cereals like Lucky Charms and Fruit Loops. Some of the healthy cereals contain a lot of added sugar. Most people know to stay away from sugary kid cereals like Frosted Flakes, but some seemingly healthy cereals pack a surprising amount of added sugar. Take Cheerios Cinnamon Oat Crunch, for example. 1 serving, 1 cup contains 15 grams of added sugar. So when you're looking at cereal, flip it over. On the added sugar line, we're looking for 5 grams or less per serving. Original Cheerios, shredded wheat, those are really great options. You can eat cereal, but we just want to look for the added sugar line to be 5 grams or less. And don't be swayed by healthy jargon on the front of a cereal box. It's very important to look at the added sugar and the ingredients. Number 9, similar to condiments, is bottled salad dressings. Now, salads inherently are healthy for you. Where we get into trouble is the salad dressings that we choose, especially ones sneakily filled with added sugar. It's important to have a source of healthy fats with salads to help absorb the fat-soluble vitamins in the greens or vegetables, as well as making salads more satisfying. Plus, sometimes the convenience of a bottle dressing is the difference to whether or not you're gonna eat the salad at dinner. The downside to bottled salad dressings is that a lot of them contain a lot of added sugar that you don't even realize. Your best bet, honestly, is to make homemade salad dressing. It's really easy. Some balsamic vinegar, some oil, a little bit of Dijon mustard, ground mustard, some salt, pepper, mix that up, and you've got a delicious vinaigrette. Now, like I said, bottled salad dressing is convenient, and really, if you're gonna eat a salad because you use a bottled salad dressing, then use a bottled dressing. Do your research, check that added sugar line, and check those ingredients. And last but not least, number 10 is dried cranberries. Now, we separated cranberries from dried fruit because even though cranberries are fruit, we look at them a little bit differently. Dried fruit for us is things like apricots and apples and strawberries and blueberries, where cranberries are in a lot of recipes. I love a good cranberry on my salad and my oatmeal, but they can be loaded with sugar. Dried cranberries are naturally tart, so they're often drenched in added sugar to offset the bitterness. A quarter cup can contain more than half of your recommended added sugars for the entire day. I see dried cranberries pop up a lot in healthy salad recipes, but most of the brands you'll find are packed with added sugar. Cranberries on their own are pretty tart, so the sugar is often added to balance that out. So what I do is I don't buy regular dried cranberries, I buy reduced sugar. That way I'm getting at least half of the sugar that comes in the regular cranberry, and I don't notice any difference. That way I can still include them in my salads and in my oatmeal. So those are 10 foods that are sneakily filled with added sugar. Let me know down below which one of these surprised you, and which one of these do you eat and you're gonna lean on the healthy swap. Let me know any suggestions you have for swaps down below as well. And if you enjoyed today's video and found it helpful, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, turn your bell on, and I will see you in the next one.